We've often heard that NLP is a very fast process of change and growth, and it has personal transformation to its credit. So today we are talking to one of our very lovely participant and our guest for today, Anamika, who we thought is the right person to tell us how her journey has been. Anamika, welcome aboard. And
Thank you. Thank you very much.
it's a pleasure. It's always been a pleasure. Give us a little background about your own self, Anamika. You, as a person, what do you do? Where do you come from?
I come from a very humble family background wherein my father was in a government job and my mother is a homemaker. We have a very small family, but very attached to. Emotionally, we all are attached to each other. Uh, After my studies from Gwalior and different schools of MP, I moved to Pune for my post graduation, and after my MBA, my corporate journey started. Therein, I worked with multiple reputed institutes for and companies for approximately 13-14 years.
Oh,
Till the time I did not, and my career was going in a slightly unstructured way, as I feel now. Staying at this position now, if I look back, I feel that if I would have done the NLP earlier in my life, it would have been more structured and much better. But nonetheless, it was good. It was a great journey, full of experiences. And now I'm here. I'm working with a reputed energy solutions company as a business sales strategy and analytics lead. And I have felt a lot of changes that has come into my life post NLP.
wow, wonderful.
Yeah.
Before coming to NLP, what were you like?
Before NLP, I will the question that you have asked, I will bifurcate this into two parts.
Mhm.
One is the personal front, and another is the professional front.
Yeah.
So before NLP, although I still have a long way to go to manage my emotions,
Mm-hmm.
but before NLP, there was no bifurcation for me
Mm-hmm.
in my professional and personal life. I used to be very emotional about everything that I'm feeling in my professional sphere as well. But I had a very big circle and I used to be very emotional. I used to be attached to a extent which used to harm me. That is one thing. And in my personal life as well, that I have a 8-year-old son. When I did NLP, he was 6. The way I talk to him, the way I'm bringing him up now, it has changed because being mother is my prime responsibility from last 8.5 years. So that is something wherein every day there are changes. Pre NLP, I was not conscious about my actions, not conscious about how I'm feeling, how my kid should be feeling, what will help me to make him more stable and successful human being in future. So all these conscious decisions that I have started making, that came post NLP only. That was not there pre NLP. In my professional sphere, my career is full of the conflicting decisions that I took, which was obviously not in favor, and any human being who is good at his work shouldn't have taken uh, just because you are feeling emotional about certain situations.
So you're talking about before.
This is what I'm talking about before. I'll reiterate it. I have taken multiple such decisions, which sensibly I will not support now, which I have taken in the past, just because I used to be very attached to the situations, to my work, to certain people around me, and that used to make me take the decision which I shouldn't have been taking back then.
What
This
was
was
the
a crux of
specific
it.
what was the specific pain point at the time, at the juncture when you thought of uh, going through the NLP journey?
Uh, at that time, professionally, I was, if earlier, it was very difficult for me to get along with people who are not having the similar thought process as mine.
Interesting.
It was very difficult for me. And that was the cause of all the professional issues that I was having. Matlab, whatever was going on, whatever, but like I was troubled, I was into distress, and whatever is there, it was because I was, people usually get along with their bosses. If I'm not aligned with the thought process of my boss, I will not be getting along. I will not be aligned at all. But you have to do that. And if you are doing something that you are not completely aligned with, one, the quality of work will not be that great. Second is you will not do it happily because you are not aligned. So getting aligned with anybody, it is not just about my seniors. It is also about the peers and the other people, whosoever is not aligned to my thought process. Because I used to feel whatever I'm saying is right, whatever I'm doing is right, because my intentions are right. But I realized it later, and I understanding others' perspective better after learning NLP. That
So,
has made my life very, very easy.
when you were going through the journey of NLP, what was your initial reaction? What happened during the course of that time?
NLP is something, there are certain things that you realize, some techniques are such that you realize some immediate effect. Yes. If people feel that NLP is for short term or anything else, it has been 3 years. I still feel, if I try to recall, I will still feel what emotion I was into, what you did, what you said, and ultimately you asked me to, remove that scene from my mind, and you asked me to replace it with something better. So, what better I could think at that time? It is still a dream. It is still yet to complete, but I still see that as it is. If I want something good to happen with me, and every night, if I want, before sleeping, if I ultimately think that where I want to reach is still that pick that you used into that technique comes to my mind. And that has been my guiding force for everything. So NLP, if people say कि वो सिर्फ उसी time पे अच्छा feel होता है, it goes away after that. So it is not like that. And so this is about one technique that we used. Second, I must say that is something which subconsciously comes into your behavior, which you don't, it doesn't go anywhere. You might feel, because I'm not, because of my busy schedule, I'm not someone who is practicing all that on daily basis. I'm not even revising it on, I will say, on regular basis. Sometimes if I feel like, I just take out the book and just read through something, or I watch some video, but I'm not regularly revising it. But there are certain things which I connected more, I have imbibed into my behavior. You will not even realize. You will realize it in a later point in time, 2 साल, 3 साल, 4 साल बाद, 5 साल बाद, आप जब पीछे मुड़ के देखोगे तो आपको रियलाइज होगा दैट व्हाट ऑल हैज चेंज्ड. अगर अगर ये इंटरव्यू हम इमीडिएटली बात कर रहे होते तो शायद मैं आपको वो सब शेयर नहीं कर पाती. But it has been almost 2.5 years since we have done that. And a lot has changed. And in 2.5 years, all that, whatever I have felt, whatever I have felt and came across as my experience, I'm telling that.
I remember that particular juncture when I was doing that technique with you that you're mentioning. You had asked me, ये रहने वाला है क्या? Is this going to stay?
Yes,
Is change going to stay? And I had
I
said,
asked you
it is
this.
going to change. It is going to stay.
Yeah.
And you said, we'll see. I think it
So
was a
I said to you that right now I am feeling okay. मुझे अभी तो अच्छा लग रहा है, पर ये रहेगा.
हाँ.
Will it stay?
And then I
मैंने
said,
आपसे ये बोला था. और you at that time also you said to me that it will stay. Time will answer.
yes,
And time answered. It's 2.5 years. It is still there.
yes.
So
That
the
feeling,
picture that I imagined, what I was wearing in that picture, what was that pose, what it is, I can still see it very, very clearly.
what is the thing that changed in terms of your own commitment to yourself?
Changing oneself and reaching to somewhere wherein you feel satisfied कि हाँ जो achieve करना था वो कर लिया. It's a journey. A lot of spiritual evolution, and there is a lot to learn. So that is going on. But I must say that having that feeling that you are on the right path, You are on a track where everything feels right. That is more important. And you are on a track wherein you don't feel lost.
Wow.
That is one feeling that I have,
Wow.
that I'm not doing things without knowing what I'm doing. I'm conscious about my acts. Whosoever knows me for a very, very long time, they know that um, I will not just call it carefree. I will call it jungly, for instance, because I was not bothered. I used to do things whatever I feel right. And I wasn't conscious about my actions, the repercussions of it, what others are feeling. I used to try that everyone should feel good. I had a very, very big circle of friends, and I was lost. I was changing jobs, I was doing certain jobs. But what I want out of that, where do I want to reach? How all these things are contributing to my growth? I was not bothered, neither I was conscious about it. This is something that has changed in me as a person. A lot has to change, but yes, I right now I feel after 2.5 years that I'm on the right path.
So what was your biggest lesson for your own self through the training and the journey which started after the training?
There are two, three things which I vouch upon now. One is that it is not, like I said, it was for me, it was difficult to getting aligned with people. So for me, it is now easier to understand others' perspective. Now it is easier for me to because in corporate scenario, it is usually difficult for women to make their place in a room full of men.
Correct.
So for me, it was slightly easier to make a place for myself. And that also, I used to think that I know it, but I learned it in the right way after an LP. I also understand that if something is distressing you too much, how to detach yourself. That is also something that I have learned from NLP. And the most important thing, words you should be using with your kids. So I tell you, you used to say something. We learned it during the NLP class, and my son says that trying is nothing. Either you do it or you don't do
You
it.
don't.
Yeah. So he knows. I taught him when he was like 2 years back. I started saying, Mama, whenever he said, Mama, I'm trying, Mama, I'm trying to do this, I said to him, trying is nothing. Either you do it or you don't do it. So nothing is trying. So
Brilliant.
now it is imbibed into him. He says, trying is nothing. Either we do it or we don't do it. So
Mhm.
this is something when I heard this from him,
Mm.
uh, I I really feel that okay, fine. I have been able to do something for him because having this attitude, trying is nothing. Either we do it or we don't do it is very, very important because I do it every day.
Mm.
So that is something which will obviously lead him to a greater success in life.
Undoubtedly.
Also, I have learned importance of talking good words
Mm.
to the kid, talking the positive words. I have got him the list of affirmations wherein he says, I'm strong, I'm positive, I'm loved. We have been hearing manifestation, affirmation a very, very long time, but it is a science, how it neurologically impact your own well-being. That is something which I have learned, and that is now in my day-to-day routine. NLP is something wherein you will not even realize that you have imbibed it, but you will start practicing everything that you have learned.
So if I were to ask you, with respect to the lessons that you are referring to or mentioning, would it be fair to understand that it has made a significant impact in your work life, in your personal life, in your spiritual life? So if the answer to that is yes, then what in these three areas are you noticing, or what shift has happened in terms of the results at work, or results at home, or results at in your own spiritual growth?
So if I talk about work,
Yeah.
so It took me 14 years to cover a journey from a management trainee to a manager level professional.
Mhm.
And people always, my managers and my colleagues, they always said that yes, you are a you're a good resource, you're a significant resource. But there was always a feedback that I used to get that no, you have a casual approach, no, you don't agree to the things, you don't work in, you get adamant at things. All this I used to get all these feedback. So the shift that has came into my career post NLP. I feel it every day, but obviously on this call I can't explain all those scenarios wherein I feel it every day. But yes, I have covered a significant journey, which usually people take 6 years to cover. I have covered that in 2.5 years,
Wow.
and that was only because of I feel shift in my attitude and the way I now understand people. Hard work earlier also I used to do, but I wasn't getting the desired results.
Mm.
So for the desired results that I have started getting, that happened post NLP. I give this credit to NLP.
Realize because I've known your journey before and after, and I do see a significant jump into the workplace that you are in now, in
Mhm.
terms of your roles and responsibilities, as well as the kind of respect that you're earning for yourself. Very, very different. You're not that somebody would just take as a ye bacha hai, ye kar lega. You matured all the way through.
I feel, I tell you, if the kind of roles and responsibilities and the kind of leadership shoes I'm filling into right now,
Mm,
if this opportunity would have been given to me
mm,
earlier,
mm.
शायद मैं justice नहीं कर पाती.
Wow.
I think I'm being able to do justice with this. Obviously, there is a very long journey to it. I still have to do a lot. I have to prove multiple other things. But whatever I am doing, and whatever little justice I'm being able to do, I'm being able to do because of the understanding that has developed because of NLP. This I must say. And the question you asked, that has one more part to it. That said that in your personal life, what has changed? So apart, I talked a lot about upbringing of my kid. But yes, my responsibility towards my own life, uh, how to how to make it happy, how to make my surroundings better, and how to be conscious about my time. That is also something came that was not part of our NLP course, but that came from the teachings and the discussions that we had. That time can be utilized into multiple good things, learning new things and doing good for yourself and for your brain. So I'm very conscious about using my time. During this time, I have also gone through a very difficult phase in my personal life, extremely difficult. I feel that I stood strong and I was being able to deal with things. At some point in time, I was very neutral about the situations and I was committed to my own good.
You did handle that situation in a very dignified manner. Whatever things you've opened up with me, I feel
Yeah.
that was a very dignified approach that you took towards this entire
Yeah,
situation.
so I'm still trying to do that. That is a process. So so as I have mentioned, so everything is a process. It becomes very conscious and it becomes very aware of your actions, and your deeds become aware about your surroundings and yourself.
Right.
So be it professional, be it about your family, be it about your personal own good. So if you are taking the conscious actions, then everything will fall in place. And this is what I feel NLP has done for me.
Interesting. What would your guidance or recommendation be to somebody who's wanting to but yet not decided upon taking this journey? What would your recommendation be to such a person?
Before doing NLP, I wasn't even aware about the full form of NLP. I only asked you what is NLP. So you only told me it's neuro linguistic programming. So I wasn't, when I did that, I was not aware what it is. And but the only thing I had is trust on you. That so really, really at that time, see, I can also say it this way that if someone is committed for the own good, if someone is committed to r- to attain whatever dreams they have, and they are not been able to find the right way, and they want to correct the things but they don't know what, then you must go for an NLP.
The what or the how?
Yeah, the what and the how. So you know that you feel that you are doing everything right, but nothing is turning up right. You go for an LP. So this is all about it. And if I talk about myself, I have talked so much about NLP, but if you ask me, what were your thoughts before you do it, why you did it, I had no thoughts. I just had trust on you. I wanted to do good for myself, and you suggested that you should do NLP, and I had complete trust that I should do it. If you are saying I should do it, and it has turned up really, really good. Having trust is very important.
Either trust in the person or trust in the process. But yeah, trust is the fundamental thing which
Trust in everything. You should have trust in your surroundings. You should have trust in the universe. You should have trust in the person. You should have trust in your gurus, in your parents, your friends, everybody. Having trust makes everything easy. People say in the current scenario that you should not trust everybody. You should not trust people. Log बेवकूफ बना जाएंगे. Multiple things people keep on saying. But I feel that I, after going through a lot, professional, personal, everything, I still say having trust makes everything easy. You should have trust.
so
Trust the process.
so wonderful. And if you are watching this, and if you truly feel and believe that Anamika, whatever she said, if you realize that what she said is coming straight from her heart, and of course she's cited all those examples where there is a clear differentiation or difference that she's been able to see in her own life and her own journey, and she's actually accelerated the last part of her journey of until now, the last 2 3 years, which she says it took her 14 years from a management trainee to reach a managerial level, to a level and a designation where she is the strategy in charge in a company, which is a huge designation that she holds in that company and very well trusted, is something to ponder upon and something to actually learn from the journeys of such people. My agenda of bringing this interview to you, or this interaction to you and for you, is for you to be able to learn from real life people who've been able to change and bring their changes, rather than just telling a story of a somebody. This is a somebody telling her own story. So thank you very much, Anamika, for spending this
Thank
time,
you. Thank
sharing
you
your
very much.
valuable time. I know you're very busy.
Whosoever I meet, my younger selves, which I keep meeting, I keep on telling them at times that read about it, and if you get time, do this course. It will help you for sure.
The only way forward is to invest in your own self.
Yes.
You will be surprised at how beautiful the scenarios in life are turning out to be. And the same scenarios which used to pain us earlier are the scenarios which are able to handle very well. So when we
Right.
make our own growth as our agenda, everything else goes along with that.
One should take out time for themselves, no matter what, because this is something which will fill the gap between your efforts and your dreams. There is the gap is this, the investment in yourself.
Beautiful. Very well said. And on that note, the gap between your efforts and your dreams is the investment in your own self. On that note, thank you very much, Anamika, for spending this time with us. And thank you all for listening in. If you really like this, and if you think that you would like to walk this journey also, please feel free to get in touch with us. And remember to like and subscribe our channel for more of such content where you can hear from people's own lives, their own journeys and their own stories. Thank you very much. Look after
Thank
yourselves
you.
and hope to see you sometime. Thank you, Anamika. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Bye.